Disorder leads to dishonor. Dereliction effect of the spirit. Notice to all personnel. Sentry First Class Kinoshita has been henceforth relieved of his duties. His responsibilities and obligations shall be honorably accepted by Sentry Second Class Cabral. Please join me in congratulating Officer Cabral on his promotion. Reminder, idle bodies do the enemy's work. Under no circumstances is it permitted to partake in the spoils of war. Auntie's Choice products are an abuse of nature. Any soldier found in possession of enemy rations will be admitted to the infirmary for a purgative procedure. No exceptions. Repeat offenders will be accommodated far less gently. I have no idea where this asinine rumor began, but for the last time, there is no Raptidon den below the Vox station. Tongues will be taken should this witless gossip continue to circulate. Today's daily mandate is to be mindful of attending to your personal hygiene. Tomorrow's mandate will depend on today's remaining sanitary rations. In the event any of you may have forgotten what befalls traitors in these halls, please direct your attention to the administration lift checkpoint. Upon review, you should take a moment to reflect and realign your loyalty as needed. To save a tree from rot, one must prune its infected branches. It is not a pleasant process, but it is a restricted estate. I have often opined that he who strikes the sentence should also stab the blade. Alas, the war effort forces me to delegate. Officer Onassis, you are hereby ordered to discharge yourself immediately. If you lack the means, a pistol can be provided for you.
We're approaching a restricted estate.
Whatever are you thinking?
What the?
Back in business.
Ready to waste
Changing magazine. Efficiency and use for our pursuit.
Still linger.
Seeking cover. Driving onward.
No refuge granted. You'll know. Replenishing my firearms. Ready to take the heat over, Commander. Just...
I hope your loins are girded and your pearls pre-clutched. Don't tell me what sinister deeds the breeze got up to in here. Putting traders on display like that's one way to send a message.
This cannot be happening. Not again. Come, quickly.
Technicians Acna and Gastrell, you stand accused of manufacturing a fatal flaw in one of our valued dragoons. Have you any last words to express your shame?
That dragoon was already defective. Oh, we were only rebuilding the logic assembly so that...
At last, the truth alights. I hope this belated confession unburdens your conscience, though it will do nothing to commute your sentence. On the charges of sabotage and treason most contemptible, I find you both guilty.
No. No, please! This is all a misunderstanding! We're loyal!
More loyal subjects executed. And valued technicians, no less. I cannot see how reducing our own manpower guides us down a path to victory. Wait, I recognize you. From Horizon Point. Yes, just outside the skip labs, before the incident. Didn't I set security on you? How are you here? Alive?
You got security called on you outside the skip labs? Oh, you do care. Might have to get it in writing later.
You must have been the cause of everything that happened that day. And to think I could have stopped you. Perhaps I would have, if I'd not been so vexed over mere demerits. No, I was only trying to be I held a proverbial handout to you, and you bloodied it. Eliminating you may not amend my mistakes, but at the very least it will prevent any more of your treachery. And hopefully silence you from speaking of mine. I hope you're watching, Montelli.
Looks like a fight.
Did you hear Montelli lock the thrusters?
I heard nothing. And neither did you.
But if the Vox relay launches, we won't be able to change its trajectory. It could land on one of our towns.
Commander. I could help you whip something up.
What?
Got eyes on some no-good.
Parasites, I think the...
Damned if I stay, damned if I go. Can I remain unsullied under the command of a rambling nut? Oh, hello there. You seem to have caught... Now, I must kindly ask that you vacate the vicinity. Your presence here... The what? Word the Brigadier Montelli would be ecstatic to hear you spout such humorous quips. You'd be labeled a heretic. But I'm sure he'd chuckle as I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what to do. I just don't wish to die. I can't... Everything happened so suddenly. Next day, they were all the while. Montelli has acted as if nothing is amiss. I couldn't stand the bloodshed. What pathetic act of rebellion could I enact that would not earn me a justified bullet?
You there!
Breaking for cover!
there.
Ready to waste it. On your command.
Identified.
Got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Invasive.
On the way.
Refilling my weapon.
Now's not really the time for a chat.
You need? I'll see what I can. Appears our good brigadier is being guided by someone else's hand. You wager that influence is what pushed him over the edge?
Admittedly.
What now? Ah, an intruder. Of course. I was warned the paradigm would test me, and here you...
This piece of work's been on a murder spree and has the nerve to call himself unimpeachable. Let's...
Seen this before. All that pressure from trying to live perfect. Some subjects pop a lid. We should mind what we say, unless we want this conversation.
And you have the gall to bring an invader herself into my station? Come then, infiltrator, test me. Perform your part in this grand drama, but be forewarned. I am not easily made prey. You speak, and you... for crimes against our perfect sovereignty and conspiracy to commit the same, I hereby sentence you to death.
Seeking cover.
This is the control room. Bet you last month's earnings that debris left her mark here.
I don't know who you are or how you accessed my private terminal, but it won't do for prying eyes to have evidence of my activities. I've triggered the Vox Relay failsafe ejection routine. But worry not. After launching, the station will take several minutes to achieve its pre-programmed self-destruct altitude, so you'll have plenty of time to enjoy the ride before your death.
We gotta do something. If the Vox crashes into Fairfield, it'll kill a whole lot of my people and innocent civilians. Use the control panel. Do the right thing. It's a relief to hear you say so. Go on then, Commander. We're short on time as it is.
Cutting it close here.
gone astray? Look a stay today. Are you?
Hit the broadside of a freighter. Hey, you got a distraction.
You want freedom of choice. You want anti-choice.
Ever wonder if our assignment here will never end? Like our employment contract will just keep renewing.
I ain't even close to hitting rock bottom yet. Sure, but not rock bottom.
Well, if it isn't the busiest mercenary this side of Tauset, loose your words.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago. But never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only. Not remotely. But never fear. The delivery success metrics do not require introductions. Or so I was told. All I know is that it was sent by the order of the Ascendant. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
We've got our work cut out for us. Let's head to Golden Ridge.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild.
realize we were landing so close to the action.
Base is down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge beautiful. Your patience is commendable, passengers. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects.
This station must have really been something before the war made its home here. If things escalate, might never be something again. hunkered down here. Wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it. We got an appointment to keep at Matriarch's Mercy. Let's just hope we don't get shelled too.
Tomorrow's favorite snack is available today from the Order of the Ascendant.
Stranger, the Order bids you welcome. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to
So it was one of our bases that got hit.
I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures...
Well, it weren't our artillery that made that strike.
They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why you're safe. The Order controls everything south of this point. Well, not certain about that last one anymore, after the attack. Cultists, mad to the last one. They're both excessive abuse. They've also been known to pose as refugees, to lure their victims into ambushes. The creatures are of the genus Verachnid.
All our efforts add to the equation.
Finishing an equation. I repeat, the lower hall is for contemplative calculation.
Refugees, looks like. And after that strike, there'll only be more.
Another refuge. Just a moment. Allowing. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days. Presuming no unforeseen alterations. That a fact? Well, I was going to give you a friendly warning. So be it.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
And then we solve for the... apologies. Typically, no. The abbot felt a scientician operating in it to show how the crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equation. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89 point... I am sure that, according to data, life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand, but if my data remains unconvincing, I then back.
Oh, try not to get too close. My side, I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. Don't want... I've gotten sick at least a dozen times. Why, last week alone, I caught hack lung, sprat tongue, skinny teeth, and a rare case of mortified skull emergence. Figured I might as well get used to being sick. So I'm practicing for my next disease. I think it's downright awful what's happened. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders. It never... You too. Trust me.
I haven't seen this many folks crammed together since recall libations night at the Thruster.
Every scientician yearns to visit the archive on Cloister. Apologies, outsider. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the... You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't... Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine... Yes, I reckon I do have... Suppose I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's face. Oh, dear. As I'm sure you've read in recent... I am single-handedly making a difference here. With never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation... Eventually, my unsophisticated lay...
Shame what happened there. I seen the whole thing. Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, yes, technically it happens a lot. People don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make... Oh, you put that together, did you? Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention.
The Protectorate have only pulled a watered-down
Oh!
version of Order.
Hello. You weren't mentioned in my list. Granted, I mostly... Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good. I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. Just after lunch, Wynn picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple. 100 and... I mean, if you want an exact estimate or a few times, I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid... End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them, but I'm not complaining too loud.
Commander, you got a minute to talk? The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems. Antes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. I mean, we ain't gonna give up our cots for what could... It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war. I'd like to believe that. I went through this myself when Anti's Choice took over Tau Ceti, and all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy, so what is the Order actually gaining by doing this? They'd have to be evil to even think of them as such. And they'd have to be... Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then... Well, I'll be the first to admit that I appreciate you hearing me out.
We're not going anywhere! Except for the fact that you do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. May Huffstutler. Formerly Auntie's Choice. That's what those in the Order call me, least way. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turned those into demand. I was once considered quite the up-and-comer in the department. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance. I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so... the exclusion zone. Screw their predictions. We have people. Displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. Chance of life-threatening peril from... Not what I would... I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that it could... I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you... Maybe you'll have better luck. Thanks, stranger. You can find Agarwal in the...
What happened to this place? Broke my noggin.
Ah, I banged him up real good for you.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now. You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She
doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face...
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence.
Word to wise, don't accept anything here that's given for free. You'll pay, one way or another.
Greetings.
What can I help you with? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate, or oh, really? Like they strung a few. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what we say, whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah, this guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then.
You got business? No? Move on. So's the place we used to stash the bodies of those too nosy to know better. You got me? Salutations, friend. I do hope you'll pardon the rigmarole it took to meet me. The order. Feast!
Is it me, or has my... Anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure. Oh.
Look, your nose was just a stand-in for one.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating you may Yes. Well, as the assigned provisioner, the overwhelming majority of you may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want with the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one could hardly blame them. The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources. Appreciate.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the mathematical predictions always keep us one step ahead. My latest augury noted that this is about the exclusion zone, correct? Or that it only that simple. But you see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway. Laughing in the face of we don't know, and the seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator having earned the confidence of both, and now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. The first step is to familiar the displaced want the exclusion zone. With your seasoned perspective, any questions before you get started? These are the data points we need. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them. Form your own opinion.
By the law. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need. True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider standing before me. Forgive me. Thoughts of destiny. Where to begin? There are so... I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outs...
Might have time to patch up 1 or 2 patients before we head out.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical... The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. As a doctor, we don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so of course the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Lambing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he... Since you...
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order?
Sorry. I'll try not to sneeze on you, but no... Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then. If it's all the same, I'll give it to someone in real need. I've got more practice ahead of me. Wouldn't want to spoil it, but you have my gratitude, stranger.
By calculating the position...
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp?
Oh.
Yes, well...
They say you asked around. Listen to folks.
Speaking as a representative of...
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands. Speak on then.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
Quite right. Rollo's co-occupant might have also supported our warnings.
I don't know. You ask me? When it comes to these Order predictions, there's a lot of room between a probable and... You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
A bit rude, don't you think? But since this mediation was foretold, I will not dispute your findings.
You actually got the Provisioner to give you...
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
If the Provisioner's booked up, I say read...
It's less of an issue of personnel as it is of safety. Contrary to your
I'm all ears, Mediator.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced...
That is unquantifiably absurd. And I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help. The fault here is my own. I see now that the displaced require guidance steeped in logic and reason. I understand.
Yeah. Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis? At Auntie's choice, we'd view this from a lens of how sickness under...
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may collapsed. But we built matriarch...
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty. People are struggling to make do with what they have.
I'm aghast these structures weren't... By my calculations, you've explored the... I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands. Are we to have a stalemate for the rest of...
You sure about this? I mean, talk about wasted effort on your part. Shit. Very well, administrant. You win.
Have faith. Or, if not faith, reason. Your reward, mediator. With my thanks. I...
So hungry. I haven't had real good food for weeks.
What happened to this place? Oh. Matriarch's mercy is no safer than the trenches.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. Ah, you must be the, Earth Direct. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Logic, primarily. The study of correct reasoning. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble? Such a statement implies the opposite is also true.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him, and that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normal. Victor's currently supervising highly Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so... Besides the highly caustic Xeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received Indeed. They began loath as I am to admit it. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good sign. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of...
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Earth Directorate Agent is just a title. I'd seek to know who you...
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the... Moreover, our situation is growing increasing... One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also... Most assuredly not. It would eliminate the entire point of the ceasefire. I knew... Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned.
We need to help. Help the folk get opportunity. opportunity, Commander. Avoid the Abbot. He's more concerned with exonerating his own than with making things right. Hope you appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the Abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crossfire. Could be that he's sincere, or could be that he... Either way, I'm willing to stay my hand until we know the truth. If it were my folk buried under... Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are. That's the burden of being competent. Everyone... While we're at it playing detective, we need to scope out opportunity. If there are any survivors, I can only hope they had warning enough to run for cover. If they didn't, well, thank you. We should move on, unless you got something for me?
Great. Don't tell me you're one of those...
Look, I'm not with it. Can't say I'm fond of these lodgings.
I think I'll try not to sneeze.
I remember this place before the war. Functioning tramiculars.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
fish.
My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions.
Oh, my noggin sure is sore.
Go on, get out of here. Scram.
Where do we go now? What happened to this? Where do we go now? Another
You
refugee
take this
camp?
prediction
Another colony?
seriously, don't you?
With an 8.23 margin of error, that our situation will improve.
Show your work or show
Stop
off.
with the predictions. You don't even know multivariable calculus.
I'll cheer you up.
Anybody needs me, I'll be right here patiently awaiting my latest personalized order prediction.
The meaning of life is numeric. And what caused the schism between the Protectorate and the Order? The Consul tried to kill presiding Bishop Bassar, but we saw that
Go on. You take care now. You hear?
Most trusted conjecturer, Seer Wiley. To all those tossed hither and thither by war's perilous fluctuations, the Order invites you to feast.
Ruth Bassar is the first among equals of the
Yes. I tell you, I, for one,
Yes. Farewell.
Ah, I pleasantly anticipate. I suppose that designation doesn't. Well then, I read that you'd have quest. We utilize a mix of proprietary. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly The Department of Predictive Analysis, after years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive. But unforeseen factors, random elements, anomalous outliers, incalculable variables. But as we close in on solving the universal equation, unknown Matriarch's mercy, why I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. There's nothing more practical than improving lives now, is there? We've offered the displaced access to our weekly prognostic. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has been one of our recent guests, Rolo. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you. True, my situation does. Regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. Well,
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery? The Oracle?
The one Wiley designed, right? Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious. Yeah, for him.
I'd give my tenure for an hour alone with it and a mantisaur at 2 clicks.
friends, neighbors, while you shelter in the teachings of the Order.
Algorithmic
I
dissonance.
miss my sprats.
Don't like the sound of it. How could...
How do you do, stranger? Always... Oh, it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist. What? Listen, friend. A little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified...
Look, this place ain't exactly crawling with experts, and Doc needs all the help he can get. Even if I...
Have it your way, then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trap. Word has it, she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory. So, watch Fresh being the operative.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return? Return to Halifax.
You think you've tasted a great old-fashioned cocktail? But have you tasted the highest-rated old-fashioned ever created?
I think they might be.
We've got company, Commander. The unfriendly kind.
Not exactly in fighting shape at the moment.
Out of sight and on the way. Someone call for a medic.
Hey, got a distraction for you.
keep my lamps open. Let's see if they got the time. Waste of my valuable time.
Get liquidated. How are you? Ow!
Damn this dust! Stay back! Oh, wait. Perhaps it was fate you met me here. A capable sort like you is akin to an oasis in a hellish way. I was injured attempting to scale that cliff face to the estate. Wouldn't do to have a fresh wound out in the open, where anything might happen. See, I came here to salvage my, memoir manuscripts. I left some files behind when I fled the estate after the war broke out. If you're keen to help, one file's in a locker in the tram station. The other's in the mansion, in the late vigilance quarters. Simple to collect, once you get past the scrappers. This is my handrail holding arm, you impudent rascal! Besides, does it look like I could manage? Oh, bless your kindly...
Shooting mechs is too easy. Bored. Too much practice.
Is it time for Adrenatime time yet? Because yes, it is.
Navigation consider finding unable to locate designate. Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Are you able to? This unit is unable. This unit is now being used as. This unit must return to Matriarch's mercy to dispense medical. This unit is not programmed to respond to order prognostication. It is not a medical specialist. It is a specialized tool of medicine. Farewell. Rerouting to Matriarch. Searching for navigation data back to Matriarch's mercy. No. Accurate statement detected. This unit is both helpless and aimless. Fair.
Take care not to slip. A fall from that height wouldn't be pretty. Get rid of these fools so we can enjoy the view.
Come through, but I'm not ready.
Let's get you healed. To the rescue. Right on scene. Happy to help.
Let me know when you need a distraction. I'm back. I'm the one you need to worry about.
suppressors in range.
Greetings once. Searching for navigation data back to Matriarch's Mercy. Null. Result. Error. Navigation system accurate statement detected.
I'll take care of him, Commander.
Catch!
Got twitch. Don't make me bury him.
the cult signaling that we ain't welcome here. But I ain't too keen on heeding signs.
There best be a stiff bottle waiting for me if I ever manage to make it out of this barrel.
Last time I heard someone in this much distress, they downed a whole bottle of liftoff on a dare. He's done for.
Aggressors in range.
Coward! You never expected me
Insides are looking outside, Commander.
Out of sight and on the way. Someone call for a medic. Let's get you healed. Vitals looking a mite marginal, Commander. Yeah.
I'll keep your faces off one by one if you don't let me out of here!
Wow, what a hard bargain. Think I prefer my odds with a locked door between us.
Hey, you! Let me out of here!
Architect's balls! That was some fine killing! Would have preferred you'd left one or two of those traitorous miscreants for me to sharpen my blade on, but no matter. Serves me right trying to help those sorely lacking in the gray matter. But they rightly paid for their transgression. Betraying someone sent by the exalted leader of the glorious dawn herself warrants a painful death. Name's Azza. You are? We are simply a group of enlightened individuals seeking to spread the truth of the rifts, despite our persecution by those who seek to keep the masses aimless and distraught. The rifts only seem destructive because we are looking at them from the point of view of imperfect, mortal bodies. To be deconstructed by a rift is to be reborn in perfection. None whatsoever. All I know is that they were planning on killing me by filling my room with xeranium gas. I was here to help them scavenge for old order technology to further investigate the wonder of the rifts. The rifts are a device of the architect to hasten humankind's perfection. They reduce whatever comes into contact with them to... We are nothing but that information, but we cannot see that because we exist in a chaotic and disordered reality. The universe is decaying, and our efforts to manage it are futile. The rifts are a perfectly ordered phase of existence. No chaos, no striving, no suffering. Peace and unity with the architect themselves. No, it does not. Perhaps I will tell you what does, should I ever count you among my... I have similar business at the N-Ray range. These fools were only part of the contingent. Your violent tendencies could be of great help to me there, as I'm sure mine could be of service to you. If you deign to take me on, of course. I'm not going to wax poetical with you about my life while there's traitors in serious need of killing. All you need know is that I'm good with a knife. What do you... Nothing that will live to regret. But it seems like you've already a full contingent with you.
Really, Commander? You're swapping me out for her?
Well, what are we waiting for?
Get them all! For me! For me! Weapon prime!
Over here! Three hole in the head! That's what you need to worry about.
50 more times.
You find any good scraps today?
Marking up. Hostiles nearby.
What's that?
Ready to take the heat over.
Loading up!
Hit him hard! Vulnerable. Combat. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Got troublemaker.
Can't remember. Just digging.
Feeling I might tangle footage.
Outside, don't they? Step aside.
These things take... Let's get them over with! Ready to waste it. On your command. Hunkering down. Let's dismiss what the hell do you do?
Your death's not a good look, Commander.
Blind.
Open fire. They aren't from the Order. Anyone who shoots pays for their own ammunition.
Guess they're survivors after all. For now, anyway.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger... You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like we can muster... Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says you've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally I wouldn't admit this kind of weak. Lately my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways. Absolutely. Bits are a bond that buys a broad bevy of believability. Auntie says so herself. They should... Wonderful. Now, if you'll excuse...
Oh, another mercenary. Better get my fire!
outside. Swine, this might sting. Architect's balls! Supposed to shoot the enemy!
Through an active war zone? Dang, that was void damn.
Feel like a
impressive.
room.
Thanks for clearing them out.
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just some kind of rocket attack. Don't suppose you're looking for a way to help. We need compress. Without them, they can't convert raw material. You're back. Please tell me if, well...
I've been laid up same as those troopers, and I don't wish that kind of suffering on anyone. Aunties or not. Let's look for those fellas.
No, 4 years since this war began. Can't rightly recall. It's a struggle to keep track with the consequence for the bullets ventilating your brain pan. Had another run-in with those brigands. Caught us unawares while out on patrol. The order was hard enough to get us. Then we got them too. Slept to make a man weep. How many good soldiers have you lost from those law-forsaken wastes? Every time we send a patrol out, we count ourselves lucky if even half of them come back. And now, it's my squad's turn. chances are this will be the last you'll ever hear of me. Tell my wife that, Lord help me, just tell her I love her.
Freelancer. I didn't know we hired any, but I'm glad to have you, especially after that last attack.
I'm dead tired of fighting scrappers. How many times we gotta tell them? We used to listen to the Aether Wave to help drown out the sounds of war.
I'm glad to be sitting here safely, but I hope Command is sending us a cost-effective method for cleaning up. Only thing between me and a double promotion was the people and outpost opportunity. Reckon it's a good day to be me.
Why am I standing so close to this uranium? Hazard pay, of course. And I ain't even started looking for gear.
came at us from the scrapper side? It must be more than a might bring.
Ah, Commander. Caught me cogitating. Too much to do. So, I was just thinking about making some tweaks to Val. Hoping it'll help. Oh, just the usual. Flickering occipiters, gimbal misalignment, effector failures, voice box trembles. Val's old in automatic years, so she requires a lot of routine maintenance to prevent her hardware and systems from deteriorating further. Yep, gotta feel that. Most times I find working on Val relaxing, actually. Meditative. It's nice being able to identify a problem and just fix it. Val saved my life after Horizon Point, and she's been saving my life every day since. Partly. Anyway, I've taken a bit. Think they made the statue big enough?
Get there!
Go, locked and loaded.
Recharge for mayhem!
Strap your cellular part back, go on the ground and throw an initiative!
Let me know when you need a distraction.
I'm alive.
Not exactly in fighting shape at the moment.
Either restore my life or...
That's the one you need to worry about. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Appreciate a little help, Commander.
That is what I call a stubborn clog. You're gonna have to hold it in, friend. Never fear. I'll get that clog moving soon enough. They don't call me the pipe doctor for nothing. You mean you want the pipe doctor? Why, this is the greatest day of my life. The human gut is the most compact and efficient sewer system, but don't get me wrong, it would be an honor. Well, always remember, good plumbing starts in the bowels.
This war cannot come to a conclusion soon enough. The wartime rations are making assignment.
I do not believe you have clearance to be here.
Than is typical.
Don't forget to clean your ship's toilet inside and out. Zero-G clogs are as... Now, what can the pipe doctor do for you? Just fine. The clogged toilets are nature's way of keeping us humble. I'm just a plumber. What do I know? Well, always remember. Good plumbing starts in the bowels.
Move on, freelancer. I've been tasked with only treating enlisted personnel. Move on, freelancer.
That Manosaur was
I've been
at least
tasked with
4
only
meters
treating
tall.
enlisted personnel.
Now probably closer to 6.
All access to that area of this trench line has been restricted to authorized personnel. It isn't safe.
Auntie's choice is the best. Up, down, up. Nice of you to shoulder a bit of the workload.
You lost, stranger? I don't see a lot of new faces in these parts. Really? Inert? Me? I'm a Sprat Trapper. Cute little things, but their used to be Protectorate, then worked for the Order, then Anti. Whoever's calling the shots on a given day. Now, I'm just waiting for the dust to settle so I can find out who I work for tomorrow. Gregory? Well, I'm glad to hear he's still kicking. These being hard times, I've had to raise my prices. Gal's gotta eat, and I don't care for sprat meat. Trust me, Gregory is an artiste. Pleasure doing good. Hey now, that's mine! Excuse me? Acting like I'm not even here. Take it! Take it all! What do I care? Another happy customer.
Got a bad feel about this line, huh?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever...
Any luck with the sprat hunt? Decent quality. You can tell the good doctor I'll be around shortly, armed with needle and thread, calipers, and my finest jar of glass eyes. Oh, no, thank you. It's always a be seeing you.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have
From a medical standpoint, the taxidermist doctor was an unconventional. Take this. On behalf of the Now, will there be anything else? How can I be of service? My
Don't tell me you're one of those.
Got a bad feel about this line, hon. Don't like being so exposed. Hell of a thing coming all this way just to catch a bullet on the camp's doorstep.
You worry too much, my dear. Even the Protectorate isn't much in the business of murdering refugees. And there aren't many Protectorate nearby. I'm sure the Order will keep us.
Maybe. Even if that's all
Keep
true,
your
it's
behavior
still
in
gonna be
the
a place for
acceptable
us to go.
parameters.
at your command. Hey, got a distraction for you. Over here. We're holding it.
I'm alive. Who needs to die? Wrist weapon primed.
Dogs cocked and loaded.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
That's the one you need to worry about. You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?